Hey guys, this is the second part of the three-part tutorial of creating fire with FumeFx. Another way we can work around this is, as I said before, we can have multiple particle systems. So what I can do is I can actually just duplicate this by pressing shift and dragging it. Let's make it a copy, and I can actually have only this one particle system running through a certain part of the letter. So that is so that I can control the movement, because once I play it in a video, it doesn't look so great, to be very honest. So what I can do is I can have the particles, say, emitting from here and going here, and or I can have particles emitting from a few of the vertices, because now what is happening is, for example, about here our letter is getting covered. In these areas our letter is getting covered, which I do not want. So what I can instead do is have the particles actually going up from certain portions of the letter. So we can have a look at that. Instead of surface, what I can do is I can select vertices, selected vertices. Now we don't have any vertices selected. What we can do is go on our vertex. Let's say select this area. You can see our particles are only emitting from this area. Now if I shift select this much, it's coming out from here. If I select this, we can have nice fire. We can control the fire from where it comes out. Let's have a little here. So it's looking nice overall. Now what I can do is, for this particle system, let's connect this and let's change the color so we can distinguish between our particles. And as you can see, we have the green particles coming out like it was in the previous one. Now I don't want the particles to really go up like that, so there is a setting for that. What I need to do is go back to editable poly, then press 6, and let's connect this again. So what we can do is, why has this? Yep, I think some problem happened. Let's select the vertices again. Yep, so let's say we have this. Go back to editable poly, right? And for this, what we can do is change the color again. Now what I can do here is I can select lock on emitter, or lock on emitter. So what that does is, we have the particles stuck to our surface and we have the particles moving across our surface, if you can see that. So let's say I want this to be added to our FumeFx box. We can go on the settings. Out here we can select our particle source 2, or let's select our event, and we have added that. Now if I sim it, both our particle systems will be simmed. You can see that we have fire coming out from our selected vertices and fire which is coming out through different parts of our letter. So let's go ahead and render out a frame. Yep, it's looking very nice. Now in certain parts of our letter we do not have enough fire. For example, about here our letter is being shown a lot and I want some fire which is circling around our letter and have a really nice effect. So what I'm going to do about that is let's duplicate our letter, and what I can do is for the part that I want it to be that way, I can select it. I want only that part in the letter. So let's say I want it through this entire stretch. So let's delete everything else. Yep. So now if you see, what we are left with is only this much, right? Now let's change our name so we don't get really confused. Let's call it, say, part of S, right? Now I want the particles only to be emitted from, say, one part of this. I want it to flow to the other part. So what we can do is we can have our particles find a target. Let's duplicate this and create a third particle system. Let's change the color. Let's change the color to, let's make it bluish. And now I want this to be emitted from our part of S, which is right here. So now as you can see we have it here, but I want it only to be emitted from, say, here. I want it to have a nice flow in this direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a test, which is find target. As you can see we've got a target. Now I can go up and place the target somewhere about here. Yep. And what I can do is I can have the particles emitted from only, say, this area. So if I go on position object, I can select selected faces. I can go here, I can go on polygons and select about this much. So our particles are essentially being emitted from only this part of our letter. Now if I go here and play, you see nothing is happening. It's locked. That is because we have lock on emitter enabled, which we don't want. You can see that the particles are actually now going and spreading. So what we want to do is not use lock on emitter like we did in this one. What we want to do is use another operator or a test called lock bond. So what this will do is make sure that our particles are locked to our surface with a certain force that we specify. So we selected part of S. You can see they have snapped back to the surface. Now if I play, you can see that the particles are flowing very nicely. Now we want it to go right on top, so what we will do is edit or delete. We don't want it to be deleted so fast. Let's make it about 7, and we can increase our speed to about 30. Now let's make it 50. It's not affecting it a lot because our force by which it is being attracted to our letter is 100%. Let's decrease this and let us restrict this to our surface. So now you can see that our particles are flowing nicely. And they are, as you can see, mainly gone in this direction, which we don't want. We want it to go all throughout. So what we have to do is play around with our force. Let's set our force to say 70 or 99, and we can even make a speed limit. Let us say decreases our speed. We don't actually really need a speed limit. So what we can do here is snap it to our surface, and let's change our force to about 70. And if we basically find our target, we want it to delete the particles once it's reached here. We don't want it to accumulate here. So what we can do is add a new test event, or a new operator event rather, and just select this and delete. So whichever particle goes there and touches this, it will be deleted. Now let's see and play around a bit with our speed. Let's make it random 3D. It looks kind of better. I think it would look much better if we have it only for say about this downwards part and not for this entire stretch. So let's have it say for about now only this much, and you can see that we have our particles. They are touching the target, and they are being deleted. So this is it for the second part of the tutorial. Do make sure to watch the third part. The link will be down in the description below.